listeners, today we will talk about the second part of event marketing. In this episode, we will discuss about event venue and catering operations. We will discuss about how to select and set up a venue for an event. For your convenience, this episode is divided into 5 segments, which are Introduction to event venue, venue selection factors and process, venue layout, crowd management and accessible events, event signage. To understand the importance of venue for an event, to consider the main determinants of venue selection, to understand venue selection process, to analyze the efficient event venue layout, to learn about event venue signage. Venue finding is probably one of the first important aspects of the development phase of an event. Venue of an event is one of the most important factors on which the complete depends. Finding the right venue that matches to the event vision is half work done towards a successful event. Venue selection dictates financial planning of an event. It is one of the main expenditure and can increase or reduce related expenses like parking fees, license or permit fees, cost of transportation and accommodation, catering, etc. For example, a hotel with built-in kitchen and catering staff, rooms and conference rooms with all the technical equipment lower the cost as compared to if all these elements were arranged separately. It is very important for the venue to fit with the event vision, goal and objective. If the objective of event is to provide relaxing atmosphere to the attendees, then a venue right in city center among the bustling traffic or near the airport will not suit the purpose of event. The choice of a venue is a crucial decision that will ultimately determine many of the elements of budget, marketing, staging and catering. Event can be held in almost any place imaginable for purpose built facilities like banquet hall, conference or conventional center to unique or off-premise sites like nightclubs, industrial parking, to archaeological ruins, etc. Large public event can be held outside in public park or in the streets or inside in the conventional facilities, town hall or shopping malls. Private or corporate event can be held in hotel function spaces, stately homes or out in middle of desert. The selection of the site where you will be holding your event is of primary importance. It can make or break an event. One can choose any location for organizing the event, but there are some factors that must be taken into consideration to make sure that the chosen venue is according to the event budget and fulfill all the requirements of an event. So, some of the factors to keep in mind while selecting the venue are location. The physical location of the venue is important. Is the venue near an airport or near a beach? Is it in a metro city or in a remote location in mountains? Attractiveness of and attraction available at a destination like cultural sites, museum, restaurants, shopping recreations, theatres and festival also factor in consideration. Safety and security. The area surrounding an event site should be evaluated based on safety and security condition in addition to its physical appeal. Political unrest, crime-ridden area, extensive roadway construction or other potentially hazardous condition must be evaluated carefully. Matching the venue with the theme of the event. Location of the venue depend on the theme of the venue. A business meeting of business owner is preferred in metro city with venue near the airport to save time. Climate including microclimate and ventilation. The climate of a location is an important consideration. Organizing open air events in park during monsoon is a huge risk, or event in winter in areas prone to snowfall could lead to shortage in attendance as the flight might get cancelled due to bad weather. Event budget for venue. Matching the budget is very important. One might want a particular site, but if it does not fit the budget, then it will affect all other things. Venue configuration and facility. This include appearance, furnishing, equipment and amenities. Every site or venue has particular capability and constraint. The event coordinator should consider the public areas, the decor, the equipment, service available, cleanliness and congested area. Other physical consideration include elevator, stair, kitchen facilities, public toilet facilities, recreational facility, loading docks and storage facility, safety and security features, plus electrical and heating, ventilation and air conditioning capabilities. History of the event at the venue, including the venue's reputation. Some venue are itself an attraction for the audience and some may carry a bad name which could affect an event attendance. Availability of the venue. The venue should be available for hire on the intended date of the event. Aesthetic of the venue. The first impression an organizer get may well be the same that visitor and guest get. What does the site look like? What are its surroundings? Is it an attractive? What the venue can provide. Venue is not just physical space for organizing the event. Event planner work become easy if the venue can provide additional service or product like technological equipment, staff, catering, stationery, Wi-Fi, power backup, etc. Accessibility of the venue. Parking. A venue more accessible increases the chance of attendance and decreases the cost of arranging transport for the visitor and participant. The proximity and accessibility of the location may be important to the event, including such consideration as the distance to the airport, routes and access to adjacent parking area, routes and access to public transportation, and even access to the event ground. Access for audience, equipment, performer, VIP, staff and the disabled. Special entrance and exit, accessibility for differently abled audience, etc. are some of the consideration for the smooth event. Huge venue like Pragati Maidan in Delhi or Indian Expo Center are spread in area of land. Internal transport is crucial for movement of goods and staff. toilets and other facility. Unsuitable toilet facility or inadequate kitchen or food preparation area can create problem and may call for additional expenditure and help. Catering equipment and preferred caterers. The venue design and location affect the catering of an event, and remote location with no permanent kitchen would increase the cost of catering a lot, and serving of gourmet dishes a difficulty or an event in a golf course will be deducted by a box packed lunch due to absence of cooking facilities. Technological ability of a venue. With technological powering everything available of certain infrastructure and service such as fiber optic cables, analog and digital communication lines, wireless communication capability, internet access or internet capability, closed circuit television, electric marquee messaging, satellite uplink and downlink capability, and closed circuit digital recording security system are a necessity for events. Emergency plans and exit, a mandatory factor to keep in mind to avoid any loss to life and goods. Permits, license and rules. Event require a lot of legal permission. Serving liquor in the conference room without permission can be problem. Checking about various rules and regulation is always advisable before finalizing the event venue and location. These are some of the factors and more may be taken into consideration depending upon the event type, audience and plan. There is no set combination to follow from the above. One venue can be preferred for an event and can be disaster for another. Event planners should keep all this in mind and find the perfect fit to suit this event. Now let us discuss the venue selection process. The first step in venue selection is need assessment. The event planner should brainstorm and discuss with he or she team to find out what type of venue would be required for the event. The factor discussed above should be answered keeping in mind the event type, purpose, financial goal and audience. A number of options should be discussed and broad category of venue should be contemplated and further consideration. This will result in formation of selection criteria which include location, cost, space, specialty and professional. The professional event coordinator work with the client or event organizer to establish the prioritized criteria for each event. Once the selection criteria are finalized, the venue selection team should search for all possible venue that could fit the description. One should broaden the horizon to make sure no possible venue is untouched. It could be a time-taking task, but the importance of selecting the right venue outpasses the effort one put in finding it. An event planner can take help from local event associator or professional venue finding agencies. Based on the budget and selection criteria, the best suited venue option can be shortlisted. Next step is site inspection of the shortlisted venue. Site inspection should be conducted to confirm the best fit. It is the process of physically checking the venue. The site should be carefully examined to determine its capabilities and challenges. Event planner should view every part of the venue that might have an impact on the ability to produce the event using a site inspection checklist which is designed to rate and evaluate the selection criteria and specification important to the event. There is no one perfect site inspection checklist appropriate for all events. One must customize a list for each event based on the requirement of that event. Whichever venue best matches the criteria should be chosen. Site inspection is an important step. Any carelessness at this stage might irreparable with huge consequences. An event planner should take this task personally and meticulously while checking and evaluating the possible venue sites for every possible requirement. Once the venue has passed the site inspection and has been finalized, last step is negotiation and contract agreement. A proper legal agreement is required to clear out the facilities and services included in the cost and the responsibility of the event and the venue in the case of loss or danger of goods or life. Event have entered into an innovation stage where the choices of venue available to an event planner are immense. From purpose built venues like conventional center, expo center, hotels, banquet hall, conference and meeting rooms, theatre, ballrooms, stadium, amphitheatre, concrete hall, auditorium to unique location like airplane, desert, lake, cruise, wildlife park, benches, parking spaces, market, gymnasium, religious building, archaeological ruins, cinema, wineries, villas, etc. Each planner have ultimated option to get their creatively flowing. Selecting the right venue that fits the event goal and vision is important. The choice of venue determines how the event will be staged and produces. That is how the event will go on during the main day. Where will the performance take place? Where is the audience sit? Where will be food arrangement made? Backstage entries, entry and exit point, kiosk or toilet location, etc. are the next decision that an event planner needs to make. This comes under event venue layout. Depending upon the audience size, purpose of event, event schedule and the available space, the event layout is planned. The venue layout planning aims at optimize movement. Depending on the purpose, the layout can motivate or deter the audience movement. For example, location of entry and exit point can facilitate movement of people. Reduce congestion. Overcrowded venues, long queues, obstruction of passageways are some of the problems that every event want to avoid for better event experience. For example, having an one buffet table can lead to congestion at one point and create difficulty in serving of food. Instead, the two or more buffet table can be placed around the eating area to disperse the crowd evenly in the area. In some cases, congestion is unavoidable. Then putting some entertainment option or refreshment kiosk may help in reducing frustration caused due to waiting in line. Maximize the use of space. Space costs money, so it is important to optimally utilize it to its full potential. Using wall space for display, choosing layout that accommodates maximum number of people, carefully assigning working area for different purposes, etc. are some ways to maximize space usage. An effective venue layout plan will strive to achieve the above mentioned aim and allow smooth movement of audience, staff and performer, avoiding any mishaps or accident. Once the event layout has been decided, it is documented in the form of site plan. The plan acts as a communication tool indicating the proposed use of space for all the different stakeholders. The site plans should include all the features and constraints of the site, such as door, windows, electrical connection and the amount of power available, cleaning and drinking water, waste outlets, posts and pillar and access road, etc. The plan should indicate where everything connected to the event will be placed and how the customer will circulate. The need for detail and accuracy in site plan increases in direct relationship to the size and complexity of an event. It should be correctly scaled and labeled as it would be used as reference point by various supplier and technician when they plan their product and activities for the event. The site plan needs to be communicated to all the people participating and attending in the event. It is needed to ensure that they are aware about their expected location and reach there without wasting time. For example, the performer should have an idea where the green rooms and backstage entry is, so that they are not seen by the audience before the performance. Plans can be designed to be displayed on the internet and they should be appropriately simple and yet offer good communication. All events involve movement of guest, performer, staff, supplier and volunteers. A lot of movement in the restricted space used by people with varied purpose poses some issue. An event planner need to keep this in mind while designing the event venue layout. Special consideration is to be given to differently abled people to ensure that the event is accessible to all. Some precautions to keep in mind are: provide ample space at entrance, exit, cross path, restroom, etc. Give special consideration to registration or main entrance to ensure less waiting time and avoid long queues. Avoid dead ends to prevent bottlenecks and congestion. Disperse amenities like drinking water, toilet, smoking zone, refreshment area, self-service kiosk, garbage bins, etc. to ensure uniform disperse of the crowd. Avoid gathering near electricity, cable or air conditioning shaft zone. Highlight danger area. Keep away zones and emergency exit. Ensure proper signage in the event. Where possible, remove the physical barrier to ensure access to all building and element of the event. Consider the width of the aisles, the guardians to be covered, the dimension of gates and door to be passed through and their easy of opening. install accessible toilets and washing facility and parking. The above mentioned precautions should be considered when designing the physical layout of the event. This helps in crowd management and also reduce the chance of stampede in the case of mega and hallmark events. This also ensures that the event is accessible for all. It is important that the event is properly signed, and signs are needed for two main purposes: information and emergencies. Almost every type of event requires some sort of signage to help the audience, performer, supplier, staff and volunteers to understand the venue layout and experience the event environment in a positive manner. Signs facilitate getting from here to there, provide reassurance, create a welcoming environment, manage human traffic flow and answer questions before they need to be asked. The signage can be done by using banners, billboards, placards, LCD display, signboards, projection, poster, glow boards, electric message boards. Event signage, like any other signage, uses verbal or non-verbal cues to communicate essential and interesting information to event goers. The signage could be in the form of picture, symbol, icon, number, text or shape. The type of signage may depend on the event theme, type, appropriateness, agreement with the organizer and universal acceptability. For example, for informing about toilets, signage could be in the form of text as in male or female restroom, or maybe in the form of symbol of male or female or color code of pink and blue. Event signage should be kept in mind the requirement of difficulty abled people. Braille and audio signs may be used to address their special needs. The signage could include signs about entry, exit, information center, cafeterias, stairs, elevator, restroom, lagoons, smoking zone, danger area, wet floor, wires, electric sockets, etc. Providing key information in a primary language of the attendees can eliminate confusion and aid in the success of an event. Signage in an event should be consistent and uniform to portray professionalism and event theme. Too much information, technical jargons, abbreviation should be avoided as it might create confusion. Thank you.